cause number 23003 in the interest of the Weems child. Everybody's going to testify. Please raise your hand. Do you swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give be the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God? Okay, we were set for perm final. It looks like the parents have signed some affidavits of relinquishment. I'm looking at dad now. It looks good. Mom's looks good. I had a question. I had that dad had some ICWA. Dad told me on 12/30/24 her dad, his uncle, and great grandma were ICWA, so that would change how we do the termination hearing today. Also, the department's report talks about the aunt being PMC now, but then it also talks about working to get her license. So I was, and because the paternal aunt wants to adopt Elijah, so I was really confused about all that. So before we begin, department, what's up with the ICWA stuff?
I'm sorry, Your Honor, that I put two things in there. She changed in the middle of the interacting with her, and the aunt just wants PMC at this point, and that's what we agreed to at mediation. And the ICWA part, I interviewed Connie, his dad's mom. I interviewed the sister who is the placement, Amanda DeHart. No one knows what dad is talking about as far as him saying he's Native American, because no one else in the family is claiming that, and they never have.
Okay. I'm writing on my docket sheet. No family have a clue what he's talking about.
Yes, ma'am. I asked them several times, and I'm like, are you sure there's not any, ever been discussions about it? And Connie, the grandmother, Mr. Weems's mother, guarantees me that she has no idea what he's talking about and has never told any stories that they're Native American or anything.
Okay. Okay, good. Before we begin, also CASA, Miss Dorsett, Miss Lang, does the placement understand about PMC? Are there going to be PCA benefits? I mean, do they just want us to get out and move on?
They want it to be over with. They want to just go on with their own selves and handle things. And down the road, if the parents get better, then they want to, they want to let the parents be a part of the child's life as well. But at the moment, they don't want to adopt. They just want to be PMC.
Okay. Did y'all go over what they're leaving out on the leaving out on the table? I mean, this is kind of dumb if you ask me.
Yeah, we explained it to them, but this is how they want it to be.
Okay. Miss Lang, you said yes too?
I did, Judge. We talked to them about the pros and cons, and they understand they could go do a private adoption in the future, and they're okay. They're fine with that. We talked about benefits. There was a couple there. They hit a hurdle, I think, in the licensure, and there was an issue about driver's licenses and things like that. They did receive kinship funds. So they really were we all talked to them at some point, and they were adamant that they wanted this case done, and PMC's fine with them. And the mom and dad actually came to my office to sign their relinquishments right after the hearing.
Okay. So as far as y'all are concerned, we're closing it today?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Okay, Mr. Rogers, you may begin, please.
Actually, Mr. Wilson's case, Your Honor.
Oh, okay, sorry, Mr. Wilson.
The good news is, Judge, we went to mediation and settled the case. It was so straightforward that Judge Coley did not even bother with a mediation settlement agreement. The parents simply relinquished and agreed to relinquish, and then did so. And so that was that.
Okay.
So we're just here today to ask the court to terminate the parents' rights based on those relinquishment affidavits.
Okay, we'll go on and prove those up. That'll be great.
Terrific. All right. Well, I would call Ms. Brown then.
Ms. Brown.
Yes, ma'am.
So, Ms. Brown, how long have you been on this case?
I have been on the second month of the case. And this
Okay.
one started on 12/18 of 24. I believe I inherited this case in January of 2025.
Okay, great. And so recently we went to a mediation, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
And in that mediation, parents agreed to relinquish their rights, and then they signed relinquishment affidavits, which had been filed with the court. Is that all correct?
Yes, sir.
And is the department asking today for the court to consider those relinquishments and terminate the parental rights of the parents?
Yes, sir.
And do you believe that that is in the best interest of this child?
Yes, sir.
And tell us about that. Why do you believe that?
At the first of the case, I was able to meet with the parents. They went over the family plan of service with me. They signed the family plans of service after we had a permanency conference in which they attended by phone. I was hopeful in this situation since they were engaged at the start that they might stay engaged throughout the case. However, that was the last time I was able to make contact with them. And so since that time, they have not drug tested. They have not engaged in any services. They have not taken my phone calls in order to set up visits with their child. And so they've just expressed to family and to some of the parties in the case that, this is what's best for their son.
Okay. And what do you believe is best for the child?
I believe it's best that he remain where he is with Amanda and her husband, and this would allow the parents time to make the corrections that they need and to hopefully get sober.
Right. Okay. Thank you. Pass the witness, Judge.
Anybody have any questions, Ms. Brown? No. Okay, next witness, Mr. Wilson.
Thank you, Judge. I would call, there she is, Ms. Dorsett.
Mhm.
Okay,
So Vicky, you are the counsel volunteer on this case, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
And how long have you been on the case? The whole time?
Yes, well, I wasn't here. I came in, I guess, the end of January, beginning of February.
Okay.
In there.
All righty. And so you heard Ms. Brown's testimony. The parents have signed affidavits to relinquish their rights. Is that correct?
Yes, it is correct.
And how do you feel about that?
At this moment, I think it's best because the parents haven't done anything to try to make their situation any better, and they're still pretty unstable. And the little boy's in a very loving place right now with the family that he's with, the aunt and uncle, and the grandmother that lives there as well. And she's just really enjoying being a part of his life as well. So he's in a very loving and safe place right now.
Okay, good. Do you believe it's in his best interest then for his parents' parental rights to be terminated?
I do. I think unless they can, and if down the road, if they can do something to fix their issues and they can get sober and get clean, then I know that the aunt is willing to let them be a part of those life. They don't want to completely take him away from them.
Right. And that's an advantage we have in this case,
Mhm.
isn't it?
Mhm.
Okay.
Good.
All right. Thank you. Pass the witness, Judge.
Okay, anybody have any questions, Ms. Dorsett?
No,
No.
Your Honor.
Okay, thank you. Next witness, Mr. Wilson.
No more witnesses, Judge. State rests.
Okay, thank you. Excuse me, Mr. Grove, any witnesses?
No, ma'am, just ask the court to receive and accept the affidavit of relinquishment and terminate the parental rights of my client based upon that affidavit in the best interest of the child.
Okay, thank you. Ms. Potts, any witnesses?
No, Your Honor, and I would request the same that Mr. Grove just requested.
Okay, thank you. Mr. Anything else you'd like to add?
Did you say Ms. Dorsett, Judge?
Yes, Ms. Vicky, anything else you'd like to add?
I didn't understand you said my name. Sorry.
Yeah.
No, I think everything is great. I'm with everything that's going on, and I think the little boy's going to be great. I mean, he's thriving well and he's growing. Everything's been just great. He is a very happy, happy little boy.
Okay, and you're really okay with the plan?
Yes, I am.
Okay, thank you. Miss Lane?
Your Honor, my understanding is our little man passed all of his infectious disease assessments. His health is fine. There are no developmental delays being observed or any medical or otherwise health concerns for him. He's in a great placement. In fact, the aunt brought the mom and dad over here to have their relinquishment signed. So the family is connected, but I've never seen any reason to believe that she's not protective, nor is her husband or her mom. So I think he's gonna be safe and fine. And if mom and dad get it together, they may get to actually be a part of his life to some degree. But I think it is in his best interest.
Okay. Okay, well, they might have anything else they want to add? I'm going to find by clear and convincing evidence that termination of Siobhan Shelby's parental rights and Warren Weems' parental rights as to Mr. Elijah is in Elijah's best interest based solely on the parents' voluntary affidavits of relinquishment. Therefore, their parental rights are terminated. And the aunt, is it just the aunt or is it the aunt and uncle who are to be PMC?
Aunt and uncle.
Okay.
It's my understanding, right, Amy?
Yes, ma'am. That was my understanding.
So
Yeah.
they'll be joint managing conservators of Mr. Elijah with all the rights and duties specified in the family code. Y'all, quick case. Amazing. So thank you everybody for y'all's work. You know, I knew the mother. I didn't know the father, but I knew I'd had a previous case. I had the mother once, twice before. I was sort of suspicious, maybe if that's the word, cautious, maybe that's a better unjudgmental word, but I think everything worked out great, and we're lucky we have family that are happy to have Elijah and taking him in, and sounds like they're spoiling him rotten and he's having a big time, and so are they. So that's a good plan. So like I said, they'll be named PMC. Everybody's released from further representation, and this closed case, shockingly, will be closed early because the dismissal date is 12/22. Yay. And we'll have a submission hearing on 9/10. So thank y'all. Yay.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank y'all.
Thank you.
Everybody.
In the interest of the Ellison child, everybody's going to testify. Please raise your hand. Do you swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give be the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God? Okay, so permanency hearing. I guess everybody got the email I sent y'all this morning. So we're working on the ex parte letter. Let's see. I want to know why he's leaving some of his pets behind. Y'all know that bothers me. Where he talks about he's got a new place. I didn't get a CPS report, so I don't know about that. But sounds like everything else is going fine. The grandma is having some medical problems. I was definitely sorry to hear about that, but mom is not here. Her lawyers are here. So Mr. Wilson, you may begin.
All right, thank you, Judge. So after the setback a couple months ago, Mr. Ellison has been back on his feet and doing what we ask him. He and the child and the grandmother are, I believe, all living in an RV in or near Kingsland. I believe Austin Jr. is about to start or has started over at Pax Saddle Elementary. And let's see, they had an AC issue with the RV, but hopefully they're getting on top of that. I don't know anything about the pets or dogs, but we can explore that. And then, of course, you know, things with the mother are the same as they have been. Obviously, from that letter, nothing's really changed or improved there. So we are working pretty quickly toward the end of this case. So we want to talk about maybe adding to the unsupervised visit time that Dad has to see how that goes and see if he's going to be ready to have his child back and at the end of this case.
See, I ordered that monitor return in about April or March, right?
April 9th, Judge,
Okay.
and you have it set for final on 9/10.
Yeah,
Dismissal 10/6 is what I have in my notes.
yeah, that's true. Okay. Okay. Well, okay. Thank you. Anybody, Mr. Wilson, you need to call the caseworker, or we're just gonna keep going?
It's fine with me to keep going.
Okay. Miss McClure, Miss McCary, what do y'all need?
Client.
Okay, I understand that. Sounds like she's done with y'all from her email. Oh, well, if she can send emails, she can figure out how to come on Zoom. So there you go. Anything else from y'all?
Not that I have, Your Honor.
Okay, Miss Lane.
So, Your Honor, I do know that Krista has been communicating with, she actually got a hold of Anita's, I guess, FaceTime or some version of getting a messenger, got a hold of her and been sending messages. Austin's been good about forwarding them immediately to all the parties to let them know. So she's alive and well somewhere in Kingsland. And I believe that is his greatest fear and anxiety is dealing with that. But that's going to be part of life until she evolves and does whatever she's going to do. I would like for Austin to explain to you what's going on with the animals. And so Austin, I'm gonna let you talk about that. And then we're gonna talk a little bit about having little man Junior get his own therapy. I think there's been some concerns brought up that he needs to have some more help with his trauma. He's doing family therapy with Tina Nunley and Austin Senior, but I think Ashley and Austin and probably Julie as well found that he's in need of his own therapy. So that's gonna happen. But if I can call Austin Ellison, and Austin, if you'll explain to the court where the pets are that you had at the house and what their status is. You have to unmute them.
Can you hear me?
We can hear you, but we can't see you, but at least we know it's you. There you are. Oh, you're off again. We can't hear you.
How about
There,
now?
we got both.
Good?
Yes.
Okay. The only animal that's there is the cat, and because she's pregnant. And we've been going back and forth and feeding her and making sure that that she's good. We're gonna wait till she has her babies. She's in a like a box and stuff like that right now. All the dogs have been put to different homes. The Blue, my son's dog, is with us, of course. And that's all the animals. There's nothing else there but a cat.
There were two dogs that belonged to Anita that you had taken over to the Highland Lakes Animal Rescue, but they've been adopted out, as your understanding.
Yes, ma'am. Yeah.
So I don't know if anybody else knows of any other animals, but that's all I've been familiar with as well.
Yes.
So
I'll be wanting to give away some cats here soon. So,
Why don't you get the cat fixed?
well, the cat was kind of a please take me home type animal, and it stuck around and got pregnant.
But now it needs to be fixed, right?
Oh yeah, this definitely
Yeah.
get fixed.
Okay.
Call Lano Kitty Fixers. They can probably help you.
Lano
I can get
Kitty
you that
Fixers.
number. I
All
can
right.
get you the number.
Yeah, Miss Lane knows the person that runs it.
Okay.
I can do that, Judge. Thank you.
Is she too far along to fix her now?
She is about the size of a bowling ball right now. She's about ready at it probably any time.
Where is the cat now?
It's in the house. We have her in the front kitchen area in a little like box and stuff. She's kind of took to the box, so we moved the box in there, and that's where she's been. And she's been there the last 2 days that we've been about to feed her and stuff and check her out. So she's getting ready to give birth.
Well, you might want to make sure she gives birth okay. You know, I mean, I know lots of people do, but lots of animals have problems too.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
What are you going to do when you get rid of the cat? I mean, once the kitties are born, are you going to bring them to your house? What are you going to do with the cat?
I think they're going to go to Anita's. That's what she was going to do. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm back to just one dog. So, and that's the way I want it.
Okay. Well, you know, I don't like people that abandon or give away or don't take care of their animals.
I completely agree with you.
Okay.
Judge, I need to let the court know that Austin, and he did visit with Ashley, and I believe Julie's in the loop now, has decided to have Junior go to Pack Saddle instead of back over to RJ, Richie, and Burnett. Logistically, it would have meant he would be on a bus early, home late, and or Austin's back and forth up and down the highway, missing out on opportunities to work. So he and Ashley are working hard to get the paperwork in place to get little man started at Pack Saddle. I just need to hear from Ashley if there's anything that Austin needs to be doing to help facilitate that, because Lano started last week. RJ Ritchie doesn't start till the 17th, so we don't want him to miss school. So if there's a plan for him to get going, we need to know what we need to do to help.
It all got done.
Okay, so he's ready to start school tomorrow?
Yeah, I believe so.
Okay. Ashley, is that your understanding?
Yes, ma'am. I've emailed everything over. I've been in contact with the registrar. We've got the enrollment complete. I'm just waiting for the good to go is the only thing lacking. So hopefully tomorrow will be his first day.
And so Mr. Ellison took Junior to get a physical and his tetanus shot, I believe is what he had to have. So he got that all taken care of. So I think we're ready to start school, Judge. That's really all I have except for the family therapy for Junior.
Okay, thank you, Ms. Lane. Casa, what do y'all need?
Basically all we need is the individual therapy for Austin. Everything's been going fairly smoothly. And everything that we've asked for has been done and done immediately. And, you know, it is concerning to me that he's going to be in Kingsland, and that now we've just announced it on here where he's at. So if she's watching, that's concerning. But you know, she's been Krista's been alive and well with writing the same things over and over and over. So
We're not on YouTube though, right, Judge? Because
Oh,
you're
yeah,
in the
we're on
oh, we
YouTube.
are. Oh, I'm so sorry.
Mhm.
Didn't think about that.
Does the school know that only Mr. Ellison or one of y'all can pick him up?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Now, is she, do we think she's living in Kingsland? I thought I heard that earlier.
I think she's at a shelter in Marble Falls. I've seen her walking across the highway at 1431 and 281 before, and there's a women's shelter down in that area. And I believe I saw her walking in front of the Dollar General in Kingsland at one point, but I'm just seeing her walking those two times.
Miss McCary, is she at the crisis center? Do y'all know? Is she at the crisis center?
As far as we know, she was, but my understanding from her recent text is she's in Burnett somewhere.
Okay.
Judge,
I haven't seen her in a while.
Somebody want to say something?
yes, this is Ashley, the caseworker. I've been in contact with Miss Krista. She was discharged from the shelter due to the shelter being under the assumption that she was getting reunification of the kiddos. Right now, as of this morning, she said she's at a hospital just due to some of just physical health concerns. She didn't verify which one, but it's still my understanding that she doesn't have a stable place to go after her hospital discharge.
Okay. Well, she made her bed, so to speak. I mean, I can't do anything about that. So, okay, Miss Wright.
Judge, just same concerns as everyone else. Really is just mom and how we keep the kiddo safe, being out in the community and school. I'm wondering if maybe we could send a standalone order to the school that she's to have no contact, no lunch, no nothing. Just that it's extra clear, because I know the schools are kind of hesitant on interpreting those orders, but if we make it super clear for them, maybe that will help.
They were able to do that for me at RJ Ritchie. We did that.
Okay. Okay, so I'm gonna order, standalone order to be sent to school with stay away orders, tracking protective order language, and all other conditions, rules added by CPS, DAD, and Ed Linehams. How's that?
Thank you.
Okay,
Your
anybody
Honor?
need anything else for today?
Yes,
Increase the unsupervised time, Judge. I forgot to bring that up. Sorry, thank you, Judge.
I'm gonna say DAD's visits increase per CPS and Ed Linehams. I mean, yeah, he's on a monitor return. I mean, we're about to get out of this case. Y'all figure, I mean, I know y'all figure it out. I'm happy with whatever y'all decide. So, okay, and I heard that Mr. Fernandez and Mr. Ellison are communicating, the boys are communicating, so that was really good too. So good. Okay, Mr. Ellison, you have a service plan, you have to comply, your parental rights could be subject to termination. Our final trial is set for 9/10/25. We'll see. Anybody need anything else?
No, thank you, Judge.
No, Judge.
Okay, well, I think we need an order for today that just says everything continue, and then we need a standalone order, and y'all just, y'all Ed Lineham, CPS, y'all review it, Ms. Lang, y'all review it before it's sent to me to make sure y'all got in all the language that y'all want.
Will do.
Okay, thank y'all. Y'all are excused. Kirsten's case, cause number 21967. Everybody's going to testify. Please raise your hand. Do you swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give be the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God? Okay, I didn't get a cost report, but Kirsten's at the new place doing well. I was wondering if Stephanie has been included in the therapy, but sound like Kirsten's doing fine. So, Mr. Rogers, you may begin.
Yeah, let me call Ms. Montez and talk about a couple of these issues. Good morning, Ms. Montez. First of all, to the judge's question, my understanding is that Kirsten and Stephanie had a therapy session. It didn't really go well, and Kirsten had some reaction to it, so they paused those, but they are scheduled to resume. Can you give us a little more detail on all of that? Oh, you're muted.
Come on.
You're still muted, Ms. Montez. Can you hear us? Okay, we can't hear you. I think you're muted.
Okay,
Well, I'll tell you what, let me try it this way, Judge. Nod your head yes if what I said is correct. Kirsten and Stephanie had a therapy session, didn't go very well. Kirsten kind of stopped eating, so they paused them, but they're scheduled to resume and try again. Is that correct? Ms. Richards is nodding her head. I'll take that as an assent.
Okay.
And also, in fact, let me just call Ms. Richards because I think Ms. Montez is having some issues, Judge, if that's acceptable.
Okay.
So, Ms. Richards, first of all, everything I said, is that about right? Is there anything you have to add to that?
No, that is my understanding, and everything is about to start up again.
Okay.
And yes, go ahead.
Outside of that one therapy session, has Miss Stephanie attempted any contact that she shouldn't have with Kirsten? I know there's been a problem in the past, but I didn't see anything about that in the reports.
And not that I am aware of, nor have I seen any of those outbursts.
Okay. And my understanding is Kirsten still, her plan, if it was up to her, would be to go home and eventually to go to college. Is that correct?
Correct.
Okay. And she's been working with Pal on some of these issues and some of these triggers. How is that going? If you know.
Her and her PAL coordinator are amazing. Sadly, PAL, due to some of their restricted funding, is not able to pick her up from the home she's at and get her to activities in the area. So I have announced that I will gladly go get her. Just tell me when, where to have her, no problems, so that she's not missing out on anything.
What sort of activities is she doing? And first of all, we appreciate that. But what sort of
Sure.
activities?
My understanding is there is not only some of the, of course, like college visits and things like that, but there's also she is part of a group that goes and talks with some of the government officials and things about not only improving the, court process or things for that for children in foster care, but those that are going to age out. And she is really well connected. Her PAL coordinator could not praise her even more because of her ability to communicate with every level of people.
Good, good. Are there any other concerns that you have about Kirsten's situation, whether it's placement, behaviors, or anything like that at this time?
The only concern that CASA has, of course, is making sure that she continues with her personal therapy and making sure that she has those tools so that as she does age out of the system or go down that path of looking at it, that she is set to have those healthy boundaries and knows a backup plan. It isn't, you're out on your own. Here's the wolves.
That's a good plan. And my understanding, by the way, is that I think she turns 17 this September and 18 the next.
Correct.
So we are getting down the road, as you say.
Yes.
All right. Is the current placement doing fine? Are they suggesting discharge at any time, or are we still looking around? Where are we on that?
So current placement is doing really, really well, helping with the therapy and so forth. Of course, Kirsten would like to do a home visit or face-to-face visit with Stephanie and siblings that are there in Temple. But my understanding is current placement is really doing well.
Okay, good. And what do you think about that request? Is that something you'd want a therapist recommendation before that happens?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Kind of
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely. And even then, I wouldn't be gung ho on like an overnight visit or something. If I need to help with an hour visit, transportation, monitoring, like I'm here to make sure as long as the therapist is okay with that.
Right. First, we at least got to get to the point where Kirsten and Stephanie get through a therapy session without it causing a reaction.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, Your Honor, that's all I have for Ms. Richens. I'll pass the witness.
Anybody have any questions, Ms. Richens?
Your Honor, I don't have any questions, but I did have a couple of updates. A couple of things
Okay.
Kirsten needed. Ms. Montez may have already resolved this, I don't know, but looky there. Hi, handsome. Okay, so that was fun. She indicated that school did not have her ARD records, and so they don't have any accommodations for her. And could she please get those? I don't know if that is accurate or not, but that is what she has indicated to me. She said she likes school, she did make choir, and I think one of the concerns that Ms. Montez has, since she's not here to say it, I'll just say it, was that apparently Ms. Gonzalez was sharing in therapy things about how Zane, her brother, had all kinds of trauma and problems because of things that Kirsten did. And I think that was concerning to Ms. Montez, so I was just passing on that concern. Kirsten always wants me to tell you, what is that? Is that the cat or the...
Yeah, there's like stuff is spread out all over the place, and I'm trying to. There's really not a safe place for him to lay, so I think he's bugging me.
So Kirsten would like to be able to go to her birthday visit with Miss Montez coming up, and she would like to go home as soon as possible. She wants to be with Miss Stephanie. When I talked with Miss Montez, she does not know if the therapist has asked Miss Stephanie if she would be willing to take her back home, and if so, what those conditions are. But Kirsten very much wants to go home right now, as soon as she can.
I wonder well, number one, that Miss Stephanie obviously doesn't have her act together. If that's how she's starting out therapy, how about, I hadn't talked well, I allegedly hadn't talked to you in a while. We hadn't been together, and this is how I'm going to start this out. Making her have a guilt trip, pity part. You know, that's crazy. My God. What about asking Stephanie and whoever is in that family and I'm just throwing this out, y'all don't boo and hiss at me. See if they want to go see Kirsten at her placement with her therapy and have an therapist and have an in-person birthday visit.
With the therapist?
Mhm.
Yeah. Okay.
And have a birthday party / therapy session.
Okay. At placement.
Miss Richards, what do you think?
As long as it's at
I
placement.
totally agree. Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Thank you.
As long as it's in front of the therapist, I agree. And, you know, if I need to bring the streamers
Richards,
and the
what do you
cake,
think?
I can. I think it's a great idea, as long as it's in front of the therapist. And if I need to bring cake and streamers, I would do that and step away.
No, let me see your tongue out. Sorry, I got the peanut gallery that just returned from Atlanta. Okay.
Takes after grandpa.
Yeah. I'm just gonna put Stephanie and family can have a B-Day therapy session with Kirsten.
In person, yeah.
And, you know, I mean, I know Beaumont's not exactly close, but if that's inconvenient for them, and I'm being kind of sarcastic about that, they maybe if they can't make it, maybe they could at least do it via Zoom.
Judge, I think she's in Houston now.
Oh,
she got moved.
She was in Beaumont. That's right. That's right.
Yeah, she was.
I have another young lady that we moved there right after. I'm getting confused. That's right. Y'all know who that is on that case, Mr. Rogers. That's at the same place that Kirsten used to be. Okay.
And Judge, I'm a little bit confused about why PAL can't do their job and come pick up and drop Kirsten off. And I am very grateful for Miss Richards, but a drive to go to all of these events that are in and around, you know, you got to go pick her up in Houston and take her somewhere. I don't understand why PAL can't come pick her up and take her where she needs to be. And Miss Richards, was there a reason?
Yeah, he said his funding has been cut. And so his management said that they don't have the funding for the time nor gas.
Well, I'm not buying that. I mean, they have a huge budget. I mean, do they care about these children? You know, these older children, the children that need to be in care. I'm not buying that. PAL to transport child to all events scheduled by her and CASA. So I don't want Kirsten just to say, I'm going to go to this, I'm going to go to this, I'm going to do this. I mean, it needs to be something that Miss Richards, and I'll just say Susan, think that are, you know, I don't want to be taking advantage of it, you know, and I know she won't, but you know what I'm saying?
And I get it. I get it.
No, I don't really care if their funding's cut. There's less kids in care now, so bully for them. And how many kids that we have actually go through with all the extended care stuff and take advantage of it and use the system. And I don't mean using a bad word, you know, work, you know what I mean? So forget, there's a lot worse things I want to say, but I'm not going to say it because we're on YouTube.
I totally understand.
You get it. Okay. So anybody need anything else?
No, Your Honor.
Okay, next perm hearing is 11/12/25. Stephanie and family can have a birthday therapy session with Kirsten in person. PAL to transport children to all events scheduled by Kirsten, CASA, and Attorney Gidliden. Okay. Well, I think this is the best report we've had, ladies and gentlemen. So good news. Okay, thank y'all. Keep me posted. Tell Stephanie, you know, we talked to her last time. Tell her I expect better.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank y'all.
Thank you, Judge.
I'm gonna get my drink real quick. Hold on just a second. Until I see what you want from lunch, because I'm gonna get kind of going on lunch probably. Okay,
Judge, I'm done until 1 o'clock on man. I'll call back.
thank you, Ms. Singleton. Okay, Freeman's next. Let's see, Marcus.
Oh.
Let's see, Tiffany.
Tiffany. Mhm.
Get. Somebody named Haley Bonds. Somebody named Jason Williams. Anybody know who Jason Williams is?
No,
Is he in with Malachi, maybe?
maybe.
I don't know, but Jason Williams, Judge. I could be wrong.
No, Raven Travis would be the one that's long gone, I would think.
Okay. Somebody named, let's see.
Joanna, are we doing Alan?
No, it reset till next Tuesday.
Okay,
Haley
thank you.
Bonds and Jennifer Lane. Anybody know them? No. Okay, Jason Williams. What case are you on, sir? Jason Williams, what case are you on?
I'm with the Roman case.
Okay, well, just mute yourself. It'll be up in a minute.
Okay, no hurry.
Okay, thank you. Okay, cause number 20513 in the interest of Freeman child. Everybody's going to testify. Please raise your hand. Do you swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give be the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Well, Malachi's still at the same place. I still want him to go to a therapeutic foster home. There was some information that was needed from a psychiatrist. He's on lots of medicines. I didn't get a CASA report, so I don't know about that. He had some testing that was supposed to be forwarded to the psychiatrist. So I don't know if we've gotten that back. Just kind of seems like we're still in the same place we were at last time. Mr. Rogers, you may begin.
Sure, Your Honor. Let me call Ms. Slaw, but Tiffany, let me go over some of the testing. We discussed this previously. My understanding is that the genetic testing that was ordered was completed on June 17th.
Yes.
Yeah.
June 10th, and then
Okay,
we
June
got
10th.
the results on August the 7th.
Okay. And so what do those results indicate?
He's on the right medications. And they're on level like they're supposed to be. The only thing they had was he has a gene deficit. I can't remember all the initials for it, but basically it's folic acid. And as long as he has a complete diet, about well-balanced diet, he should not have any problems. The information was given to the case manager to provide to the psychiatrist.
Okay. And then I think the brain mapping's been performed, but we don't have the results yet. Is that correct?
Correct. That was 4th of July. The person who usually reads them is no longer with the agency, so they had to reach out to a different doctor out of Dallas to set it up. And so it may take a little bit longer than normal to get the results, but it takes 3 to 4 weeks to get them when she was there. So I don't know how long it's going to take to get the results.
Okay. And what about updating on any placements, whether adoptive or therapeutic foster home?
At this point, his level is up, and so that's the holdup is his behaviors. Is trying to find a placement for him. I did reach out to the aunt in Colorado or the cousin in Colorado, and she she was willing to do it, but the concerns were, is her family willing to cooperate and willing to accept them? And she was supposed to got back with me, and Kim was on the no, was listening on the phone call too, and she didn't call either of us, my understanding.
Okay.
He has gone to TERRS events. There was one on the 27th in Austin. He did participate in that. There's been one individual that's been contacting Kate Benton, the TERRS coordinator for our unit, about him, but he doesn't have a licensed foster to adopt. And there was another one that had reached out through the Heart Gallery, and I sent the email to that case manager asking for their home study, and they did not respond.
Okay. Well, what about the behaviors that are keeping his level high? What are those, and what are we doing to address them, or was the facility?
He's working on his level.
Mhm.
He's goes back from orange to yellow. He has problems staying on yellow, which is basically keeping to himself, staying out of fights. He just recently had a major incident where staff had to restrain him, and so he's back on orange because he was trying to self-harm during that time. But it came out during that time also, and he was upset because he wanted to be in a adoptive home, and he was tired of being in the foster care system.
Yeah, yeah. Okay. And then I guess that other potential person that was reaching out, just I guess follow up with them, I'm sure. See if we can get that home study. Is there anything else you need from the department today on Malachi? Anything we can
No,
do
I will.
to assist him?
I will request again our TFC home to see for him that we can get him in a foster home. But with his behaviors and his level, and how he reads on paper, it's going to be very difficult.
All right. Nothing
But I'll
further
try.
from Ms. Schlab. Yeah, I appreciate it. Thank you. Keep trying. I pass the witness, Judge.
Anybody have any questions, Ms. Schlab?
No, Your Honor.
Let's see. We ordered possible placement into a therapeutic foster home at the last hearing, didn't we?
I believe we were to look into it. Yes, try to find one.
Sorry, I had to shut the door. Okay. Ms. Tiffany, Ms. Schlab, does he understand that he sort of holds the keys in his hand? I mean, is that?
He understands his actions as a result of his levels, and his levels results in how fast he can move out of the system. He's able to verbally tell me what causes his triggers, and there's one little boy named Andrew is the main trigger in that facility. It has been causing the problems. But then during our staffing with Raven last couple of weeks ago, she says he gets to the level and he panics, and it causes him to act out, and he goes back down. So, but he's able to now keep and maintain his behaviors longer. So he's getting better. It's just a slow process.
But everybody thinks he's on the meds are appropriate, right?
Mm-hmm. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Any news from the mom?
I have not heard from her.
Okay.
Judge.
Yes, sir.
If I could just, I think that it says reduced folic acid conversion on the report. And honestly, it's a 17-page document that they generated. So it's kind of hard to tell exactly if levels are right or not. So I think that's good if somebody looks into that. I visited with him at the end of July, and he had been on yellow for 2 to 3 weeks and then just didn't drop down to orange. Uh, and a real big motivator for him is getting to go off campus. And, they advised me if he's on yellow, you don't bring him food, he can't leave, anything like that. And so I don't know, his previous CASA was really good about, probably a little too good at taking him out, letting him have him something to eat, getting him a toy. That goes a long way for him. And honestly, I don't know that that's my role as his ad litem to take this kid out for lunch and trips and gifts, but that is what connects with him very well. And so I don't know if we could organize something like that for him, but he very much understands it. He's already got his birthday wish list down and it's in November. You know, he's got, and I'm like, well, I'll see if we can do something about that. But, you know, he very much wants to be in a home. He's very fed up there. Uh, it's a tough environment for him, but he's doing well. And you know, I think in the report it mentioned that, you know, if he could go to public school and do well in public school, then uh, I think that may help. If he's that'll be the first that he's been in a, because he was at the home school within Helping Hands for a long time. So maybe at the start of school we'll see some progress. I don't know.
What about a GRO? I mean, what would be the matter with that? I think Mance has a Mills County young man about the same age, maybe a year older, in a GRO in Salado, Ms. Schlamm.
Okay.
Let's look into a GRO. That might, I mean, it's better than an RTC.
Right.
I can't think of any other ones for young men, but hold on.
Well, Hill Country, is that one youth
Well,
ranch? I don't know if that's
yeah,
RTC,
what
if that's a
about
GR.
youth ranch? Have we ever tried to go there?
Since I've had them, no.
Let's try that.
Hill Country Youth Ranch?
Yeah. I like that. Or what about and GROs,
Okay.
group homes? Or you know, I think they're a better. And talk to Mance. It's Aiden's case.
Okay.
Judge, I also did mention contact with his mom.
Mhm.
He would love to be in contact with his mom. I kind of said the therapist would need to be the one that sort of coordinates that. I mean, even if it's just letters from her of what she's doing, asking how he's doing. I don't know. They could try to shoot me down, but I think that'd be good for him. Not in the sense that it's giving him. I don't want to give him a false hope that he can go home with her.
Yeah.
And I've told him, you know, that's not an option. I said, but maybe contact with your mom could be allowed in the right setting or whatever. So, you know, I dialogued with her a long time, quite a while back, and then it just kind of all fizzled out. And so
Right.
I don't, I don't know if we could reinitiate that, even if it's just letters or something like that.
Well, I think I remember you telling me they were in Kingsland. So I'm going to order Casa to contact the mom and the therapist to discuss mom's communication with Malachi. What about that?
I'll do that. I do have concerns though, because when we all met with mom a few months ago, she still doesn't believe anything Malachi says. She's still very protective of the offender.
Okay, well, maybe y'all could set up a conversation with mom and Malachi's therapist just to kind of get a plan. And I mean, maybe, I don't know, but I mean, I agree with Mr. Wood. No placement, but possible, you know, visits, consider, you know, letters, you know, anything to make him feel good.
And just stay off the topic of some of that other stuff. I mean,
Yeah.
just, you know, how's your general day? How's your life? Those kind of things. He wants a family connection.
I think it will be hurtful too, because she's raising his siblings and not him. But I will definitely have an open mind and talk to her and the therapist.
Okay. Okay. Anything else, Casa? What do y'all need?
We've you know, he definitely knows he can't stay on level. He's told me many times we just need to lower the bar for him. that he's not capable. He said he could do it, but he doesn't want to do it. And if he does reach it, he's not capable of keeping it for more than 2 days. I've worked with Raven. I brought him a bunch of different little Lego sets, trying to where if he would just do something good for a couple of days, and she would give him one. Same thing with some Beanie Babies, and have talked to him about that he could go off campus. But Raven says he can't stay consistent enough. She hasn't given him even one Lego set, and she's got like 7 in her office. So they do know, they try to motivate him, but I don't know, it's just not working.
Okay. I don't know what to say. Well, maybe if we find a better placement, that might help. Who knows? Yeah,
Another place that might be good because he's got good relationships with Raven and a couple of the staff members there, but
is the disability specialist on this case, Ms. Schlab?
No, ma'am.
Don't we think they should be?
He might qualify. I'll send an application in. I'll contact her.
Disability specialist to be on case. Okay. So y'all got possible placements: Hill Country Youth Ranch and GRO, CPS to investigate, or I'm going to say CPU to investigate and report to all within, I would say, by 9/1/25. CASA to contact mom and therapist about mom communicating with Malachi, disability specialist involved. CPU to investigate the placements I talked about and report to all by 9/1/25. Next hearing will be 11/12 unless we need one before. Y'all need more orders?
No, Your Honor.
Mr. Wood, you good?
Good, Judge. I think that'll be, his birthday is in November. I don't have the
Yes.
exact date. But
November 27th.
okay, so I mean, we may make sure that CASA or somebody is lined up to have some birthday gifts or something available.
Okay, they'll do that. Yeah, nice little birthday party would be good. Right around Thanksgiving, but maybe talk to Malachi, see if he wants to do it before or after or something. Okay. Okay, well, thank y'all. We'll keep our fingers crossed. And be sure and circulate that report when we get it back from the psychiatrist.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, thank y'all.